Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're working on the Transformers Optimus Prime from Fanhome Stage 81. Let's go ahead and get the book open. And then we're going to get parts open, and we're going to be working on more on the left foot. That's why I've got the left foot sitting there. So we'll get the parts out. We'll half open the bag. Make sure nothing is left up in here. That's never happened. Go ahead and get these parts out of the plastic here. Maybe. Try not to cut myself while doing this, or scratch the parts. That's the rear outer stabilizer. There's rear wheel support hinge in here somewhere, right here. And then the rear inner stabilizer here. No, I don't have them backwards. Left foot wheel support right here. We got some gears, stabilizer joint, right foot wheel bearing, ball joint support. That's odd that we would have a right foot part in the left foot. And let's see, EM screws, we're going to need the oil, which is right there next to my coffee, some FP screws, some HP screws, and some IP screws. And this last piece here, oh, not the last piece, already had mentioned that. So let's turn the page and get to work. Put the narrow side of the rear stabilizer joint, this part, onto the rear stabilizer 81C with the number 2 on 81E on the number 2 here. Actually, the backwards number 2 facing down, and then on here the top is the pointed part. It's going to slide on here like this. It also has a backwards 2 on it. So that's going to go on there like this. And then we'll use an HP screw, this one here. Set that over with the rest of the screws. And it's going to come in from this side and thread through. So you're actually going to cut the threads on this side. Fix in place, HP screw without over tightening the joint. We need to be able to move it. Should be good, maybe just a little bit. Nope, that was too much. Go. 78-3. So I need a part that I don't have here. I will be right back. Let me pause the recording real quick. Okay, it was right behind me actually, but I needed to go find it. And it also has a backwards 2 on it. So this part is going to slide on here like this, just like that. And secure it with an FP screw, which is a longer screw. And again, what it's going to do is it's going to cut the threads on the far side. So we're going to put it in here like this, tighten it down. It's not overly tight. This one is though. Wow. Interesting how easy it goes up that way, but not down. And that's as tight as this one's going to get. Okay. Put that down there like that. For some reason, this doesn't look right. This one is in the wrong spot. Yep. And the reason I know that, one, the picture shows it differently, and two, there's a 3 on here and a 3 on there, so I put this one in the wrong spot. That's going to be interesting. Because the screw, I think that's probably why I did it the way I did. The screw comes in through there. So we'll pull this screw back out. We'll see, do we have a screwdriver? Nope. That is really screwed up, the way they're doing that. They have you put the screw through in a spot you can't get to. I mean, not easily. It does go, but that is no good for a screwdriver or the screw. Thought it looked a little odd. When I put it on just now, it looked odd. Not when I did it in stage 78. And it's time to remagnetize these screwdrivers, because the screw is not holding tight. There we go. Okay. So give me just a second. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and remagnetize this screwdriver. I'll be right back. So what you need to remagnetize and demagnetize screwdrivers is a little block like this. One side here will demagnetize your screwdriver. The other side will magnetize it. And what you do is you just run it through here. That should, at this point, be pretty well magnetized again. Yeah, you see it's grabbing everything, grabbing those screws really easily. Just a quick hint, keep this away from your computer, by the way. Okay, so 79.4. This was this was issue 79. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this foot, temporarily remove the bridge of the foot, and see, if you keep doing that, you're going to break this. I wish they would say take it off and leave it off, or hold on to it for later. It doesn't need to go on before it's needed, before it's finally installed. And then we're going to take this little gear here. There's a socket. Doesn't really show whether the socket goes on the inside or the outside. I'm going to look at this and think that the socket here, the very low socket, is for the screw head on an IP screw. Interestingly, again, hang on. Yeah, that's metal. For some reason, we're putting P screws into metal instead of plastic. Because of that, have the oil right there. I'm going to dip this in oil. Go through the plastic part, and then get it lined up. Come on. There we go. And tighten this gear down on here just snug. You don't want it all kinds of bent like mine is right now. I wonder if that means just because. Let me see. It doesn't say, but I'm going to see if if I reverse it, if it keeps it from bending the plastic of the gear. That's actually a better way. So your larger opening here goes to the outside. That way you're not bending your plastic of the gear. And then we take this smaller gear here and snap it into the upper portion right here. They get them so close, but they don't actually engage the gears. They could have brought that a little bit closer together. And then we're done with this for the moment. Next, we're going to take this piece here, the left foot wheel support. So 81B, the hinge. Okay. Wheel support hinge onto the left wheel support. So we're going to put that on there like that, and then we're going to look and see '81L. Interesting. We are going to go back after the bag because apparently there's a pin in there. So let me pause for a minute and I'll come back. Okay, looked around, looked through all my old spare pieces, and I found a pin that should work. I'll just need to cut it off once it's in there, but it doesn't quite fit in the spot it needs to. It will not quite fit through here or through here. So I've got a couple of drill bits, and I'm going to very carefully, this one probably isn't going to do what I need it to, maybe. I'm just kind of shaving a little bit out of the hole because it almost fits. See, it'll fit in the end. That might be it. That very possibly could be it, but I also might not be able to get it back out. So we'll just push against this on this side. Because this piece has to be able to move. And you can see there's a striation on there. So let's see, will this fit through here now? It will, and it will move. So let me turn the page back over, make sure I put this on here right. We have the two posts on this side and the L. So this is going to go on here like this, and it's going to fold over. So we're going to put the pin in here like this. Come on. And I could contact Fanhome for a replacement pin but it would be a couple of days at least before I got it. Since I had this, well, I had don't even remember exactly how I ended up with a spare pack 41, but this pin came out of pack 41, and since I had the spare pack 41 that had a pin that would fit, I'm going to use it. So put that back away. Oops, we'll leave the. I always leave a bit in the pin vise. Don't ask me why. So this now is working. It just has this issue right here. So I'm going to pause the camera again. Now that I've fixed this, I'm going to go hit it with my Dremel very carefully because I do not want to scar the plastic. I want everything to work the way as advertised. Matter of fact, I'll probably push this out just a little bit. So let me hit it with the cutoff wheel and I'll be right back. Okay, so use my little handheld Dremel, and that maybe melted it a little bit inside of here because it got hot. But we'll have to see if that's going to work. I may have to do something more to it to get it to hold a little bit better. There we go. I just pushed it over a little bit. But once I hit it with the cutoff wheel, I also sanded it down a little bit. It got a little bit warm, but it works now. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to attach it on here. It's going to go onto this lug right here. There is a keyway, by the way. Come on. There's a keyway there, slot on here, and then it's going to also line up on this pin here. So we're going to put this on here like this. Should fit. Yep, only fits one way. Oh, and here, that's what's left of the pin. Cut off the part with the striations on it. I don't need that anymore. I'll throw that away. And we need 2 EM screws to tie this part down. Like I said, M screws, and they were having me put P screws in earlier. I'm not going to blame Fanhome because Fanhome isn't the factory that made this. I am just going to say it's kind of odd the way they're doing things. So we'll put this one in here first. Back it out because I think it's going in. It is going in there a little bit off. This, and I'm tightening this all the way down for 2 reasons. I mean, making it very snug for 2 reasons. One, it's going into metal. 2, it's not going to. I'm not tightening it enough to crack the plastic. It doesn't have to move. It just has to stay in place. This one went in a lot easier. Try backing this one out and redoing it. Felt it click when it hit the threads. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but not perfect. Won't be visible regardless. So now what we have left, almost missed this piece. Right here, we have to put this piece on here. It's a little ball joint looking thing. It goes on the wheel part like that. And this time we're using IP screws going into plastic. Get 2 of them out. We'll drop these screws in here like this. And so this piece does swing up here and hold in place the way it's supposed to. The tire, one of the tire that goes on the left foot will go there. I'm just looking. That's kind of funny. They have us take this part off. They did not tell us to put it back on. I'm going to leave it off for now anyway. But this is where we end up at the end of stage 81. Couple of issues, minor issues, if you have the tools to correct it. If you end up missing pieces like I did. That pin is huge. If you don't have something, if you don't have like a pin or some way to cut it off, a paper clip would probably work as well. Just cut it somehow, or not even cut it. You could, if you get it short enough, it's going to be there where you're not going to see it anyway. But that's all. Like I said, that's all there is for stage 82. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the views. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you ran into the same problems or if you've run into problems building Optimus Prime, if you are building it. With that, I'm going to say take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you on the next video or stream.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.